You. What up? All right. We got another one from Ari Shaffir.
Okay. Ari Shaffir,
Yes.
the amazing racist.
Yes. The
Yes.
Amazing Racist.
Hey man, what we got?
This is part one of his brand new special called Jew.
The Jews.
Yep.
A hot topic right now.
Yeah.
You know.
They're in the news. The Jews are in the news.
Definitely.
The Jewish people are in the news.
I heard that there is going to be the first. Well, they're trying to have the first Jew in NBA history. I saw that.
That's not true.
And I think so.
There has to
It
have
was
been
the
a
first
Jewish person.
Orthodox
A Jewish
Jew.
person.
He was an Orthodox
Jewish
Jew.
person.
Yeah, he was an Orthodox Jew, and he had the little. What's it called?
But there's Jewish people that are you could be Jewish.
Maybe it was emphasis on Orthodox. Now I don't know the different types of Jews. You know what I mean? But yeah, the first one is in the NBA. So all right, man. Well, well, not in the NBA yet. He's in the G League. So
He
we're
ain't
gonna
made
see.
it yet.
He ain't made it yet. But all right, man. Well, let's go, man. Let's hear what Ari Shaffir's got to say about the Jews.
All right, here we go.
And I hope I'm using that right. Jews, not offensive.
I don't know.
Okay.
I know he's.
Let's talk about the
Ari's
Bible.
Jewish.
Okay. Right. So someone better. You're not better. You speak on Jewish.
Yeah, the original Bible, the Torah, not your shitty remake. Yeah. I'm not talking about your all-girls Ghostbusters version of the Bible.
Candles. Look at all them
Talk
candles.
about the OG shit. Yeah, I was raised Orthodox Jewish. I don't know if you know what that is. That's a Frisbee Jew. You know that kind? Second highest level of Jew. One step down from Hasidic Jew, or as I call them, Mortal Kombat Jews. Yeah, whenever you see one, just go, finish him. And they'll know what you're talking about. It's great. The ones with the sideburns, the curly fries, that's what Black friend calls it. Yeah, my friend Miss Pat, she came to visit me in New York. She'd never seen one. There's very few Hasidic Jews in the black ghetto of Atlanta. She saw her first when we were talking, she just goes like... She was like, Ori. She didn't say my name, but she's like, Ori, is that an Amish? And I'm like, no, I mean, yeah, more or less, yeah. It's pretty much the same shit. She goes, why that man has curly fries? I'm like, those are not curly fries. She goes, what they do? And I'm like, first of all, the grammar on you people is on another planet. And by you people, I don't mean black people. I mean non-Jews. Yeah, Jews are racist, but we don't see skin color. We see IQ and income level. That's all it boils down to. Yeah. Goy, that's all you guys are. You ever hear that word? Goy. It's Yiddish for non-Jew. Yiddish is like Jewish Ebonics. Goy means non-Jew. And just so you know, when you hear it, you think it's fun and friendly when they're saying it to you. It's not. They're shitting on you to your face. Goy is a derogatory word. Probably my favorite derogatory word. Yeah, because most derogatory words, they single out one race or culture and make them feel bad. Not Goy. Goy is the most inclusive of all the derogatory words. Do you know how pompous that is to have as your term for the other? That means to them it's 1/10 of 1% of the world. And then, ugh. Various shades of Goy. Yeah, dude, I was raised way religious. I went to a seminary called the Yeshiva in Jerusalem for 2 years after high school. So you go to study if you want to become a rabbi. Spoiler alert, it did not take. Anybody here raised religious of any kind? Yeah? What were you guys? Jewish, obviously. What? Jehovah's Witness. Hell yeah, dude. The fucking Harry Potter of Christianity. Who else? What do you got? Baptist, what? Wesleyan? That's a new one, dude. I've honestly never heard of that.
What is that?
Is that some kind of Christ? Okay. You fucking Christians are hilarious with their separations. Every other religion is just one thing. Just Muslim, Jewish, Buddhist, and there's fucking 31 flavors of Jesus.
Damn.
Lutheran and Baptist and Southern Baptist, which is just like Baptist, but with slavery, I think. So funny. And Catholics think they're the best ones, too. Yeah, they do. They look down on the other ones. From an outside perspective, Catholics think they're way better than the rest of the Christians. And I'm like, based on what? Besides most child rapes per year, like what else is quantifiable? It's weird though. Ask a devout Catholic, like an older devout Catholic, ask if they're Protestant, they'll get mad at you. They're like, we're nothing like Protestants. You're like, nothing? What's the difference? And they'll hit you with something crazy. They're like, well, we believe Jesus carried the cross way up top. Yeah, and they think he kind of dragged it a little bit. It's basically a different religion. Crazy Christians and stupid separations. You guys still religious now? No, okay, that's good. If you are religious, that's totally fine. It is totally fine. There is a solid chance you're gonna hate the next 68 minutes of your life.
Damn.
So, those of you raised religious of any kind, do you ever think about what they taught you when you were little, now that you're a grown-up? Guys, it's all darker than you remember it. It really is. I mean, let's start at the beginning. It's the only way to do this. Adam and Eve, you guys know that story? Okay. If you know that story, this is all gonna go over your head tonight. Here's what happened. In 6 days, God created the world. On the 7th day, he rested. You guys remember this one. And then later, God went to Adam and was like, Adam, how do you like it here? How do you like the Garden of Eden? And Adam's like, oh, dude, I love it. It's awesome. Plenty of sunshine, tons of animals to fuck. This place is sweet. And God was like, wait, bro, are you fucking all the animals? And Adam was like, not all yet. You made a lot of animals. So you gotta give me some time. By the way, I killed a frog on Tuesday. Yeah, his eyes were bigger than his belly. Split it right open. My bad on that one. And God was like, fuck, dude, stop fucking the animals right now. And so Adam was like, who should I fuck then? And God's like, oh, yeah, good question, fair enough. He's like, tell you what, I'll make another person for you to fuck. Humans should fuck humans. So Adam, with no concept of women, right? There had never been a woman ever in history before. So when he heard another person was coming, he was just like, sweet, another dude I can fuck in the butt. And God was like, no, you assume wrong. It'll be like a dude, but it'll have like a front butt. And you can fuck the front butt. Yeah, Adam loved that idea. He was like, sweet, I can fuck the front butt and the back butt. God's like, no fucking back butt. I will never change my mind on that. Adam's like, why not? He's like, that's where shit comes out. I don't want you fucking where shit comes out. I think it's disgusting. You can fuck where piss and blood sometimes comes out, but not shit. Oh, man, Adam's so angry. He's like, why would you make shit come out of such a good fuck hole? God's like, where else could it come out? He's like, dude, bottom of the foot. I've been thinking about it. What is the place? Shake it out real easily. Wiping is a breeze. Every puddle's a bidet. It should be bottom of the foot, dude. And God was like, fuck, yeah, that would have worked. Oh, maybe a week was rushing it. What was the time crunch on that? I never understood that. It's an important project. Take your time.
Yeah.
There's nobody waiting for you. There's literally nobody waiting for you. So he made Eve. And to make Eve, you guys remember how he made Eve? The rib, yeah, you guys remember this. Yeah, he told Adam, I gotta crack off one of your ribs. I'm sure Adam was like, why is that the new process for making things? Is from scratch no longer available? Did you lose powers, dude? If you're tired, you can take a nap. That zebra's been eyeballing me pretty hard. I got time. Yeah, you can get it. Come get it, black and white. But he goes, no, I gotta crack up a rib. So he cracks open Adam's rib, like, fuck, whatever. Abracadabra, he makes Eve out of that rib. And that's the reason, my rabbis always told me, that's the reason that men have one less rib than women have. It dates all the way back to Adam and Eve. Yeah.
We do?
Then I grew up, and I found out
I didn't know that.
we have the same amount of ribs.
Oh, okay.
There's a lie they told little Jewish kids. I don't even know what they had to gain. Do you know how embarrassing it is to find out you were wrong about that at 41 years old? Why do you think it's a different amount of ribs? Like, I don't know, when I was 9, some guy with beard dandruff told me. So after Adam and Eve and Moses and Noah, a few other, Bible stories that Jews and Christians kind of share, at that point, kind of split off. Well, no, we stayed right where we were. We split off. You guys wrote an unauthorized sequel. Fan fiction. That just, you added a superhero out of nowhere. With all these miracles. You got us beat on miracles. I'll give you that. You got us beat on miracles. We crush you motherfuckers on holidays. We got a lot of holidays. What's the biggest Jewish holiday? What do you think? Hanukkah. Very good. Goy. Idiot. Stupid. Wrong. Goy. Dumb like all of them. Goy. People think it's Hanukkah because it falls around Christmas and we do presents and stuff. Just so you guys know, it's one of our lowest level holidays. Hanukkah's not even our top 40.
Damn.
For real, it's on the level of like Arbor Day for your people. It just feels big because it falls around that time. Presents, by the way, is not even really part of Hanukkah. That's us copying you. Presents on Hanukkah is a modern Western civilization part of the holiday. My dad grew up in Romania before the Holocaust. They didn't do presents back then. That's here in America and England. It's all these Jewish kids. They saw their Christian friends getting presents. And they wanted in. Yeah, and when Jew kids want free shit, Jew kids get free shit. So they went to their dads, like, Dad, how come Christopher gets presents and I don't get presents? And their fathers were like, more or less that. So now we do presents. 8 days of presents. It's an 8-day holiday. Oh, some people think it's 8 times the presents you guys get. It's not. We have the same amount of parents you have. We got the same amount, but we just space them out over 8 days. We get better presents than you, because we're far richer than you are. I don't know what kind of white trash presents you guys got. We got like a grilled cheese sandwich wrapped in a shopping bag. What'd you guys get? Like sock full of pills? Postcard from your dad written in your mom's handwriting. But yeah, same amount of presents though. You're supposed to get 1 present a day for 8 days, and then if you have like 9 or 10 presents, you just double up a day or 2. So one year I didn't have 8 presents. I only had 7 presents. My mom didn't know what to do to get me every day a present. Instead of just getting 1 extra present, some shit like wrap an avocado, you dumb bitch. Instead, her fix was to split a present into 2 and wrap each half separately. Like I wouldn't know. Like I opened up day 1's present, I was like, oh, it's skateboard wheels only. I wonder what's in tomorrow's flat oval box. She's like, you'll never guess. I'm like, it's for sure a skateboard, Mom. I'm the 2nd smartest race in the world, and this is very easy to figure out as it is. Korean.
Damn.
Here's a story of Hanukkah. I'll tell it to you. So you can talk about this in December with your bosses probably at work. A long time ago, the Jews got kicked out of Israel, okay? One of the many times that happened over history. We are the weakest race in the world. Anybody wanted Israel, just fucking took it. For real, Greeks, Romans, people from Alabama. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Anybody's like, get out of here. Like, I'm going. So fucking defeatable. I hate it. Ugh. Here's why I don't really do impressions. Here's my only impression I do. It's the sound of the soul of a Jew. Ready? Yeah, all our stories are about survival. They're never about succeeding. Watch out, the Jews are coming! You know, it's like, yeah, Palestinians, we got them. All right, we broke our losing streak on that for sure. Dude, I saw this Free Palestine march last summer in New York, and they were all like marching. They had a big Free Palestine sign, but the Palestine part was covered. People were like in front of it, so it was covered, so I couldn't see that part. So I just saw the first half. So I like run across the oh no! Like, this is the worst place for me to be. Oh, I'm so sorry. They're all staring at me. I didn't know what to do. I just started scrambling. I was like, oh, I'm just headed to Little Palestine to get some Palestinian food. They're all like, there is no Little Palestine. And if you ask Jews, there's also no Big Palestine.
What?
Yeah, so it's the Greeks. The Greeks drove us out to the Hanukkah story. We were gone for about 100 years, and we came back. They left. They were like, this place sucks. And they fucking took off. So they left, and then they fucked up our temple, like our main, church, pretty much. They like messed, I don't know what they did. They knocked over chairs, and they spray painted dicks on the walls. But the main thing they did was they used our oil candle, supposed to keep lit all the time, this oil candle. And they only had 1 day's worth of oil left. And new oil was 8 days away. And they're like, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna keep it lit? And the Jews are like, I don't know, fuck it, light it up. Let's see what happens. And somehow, 1 day's worth of oil lasted for 8 days. And that was when Jews learned how to be cheap. The miracle of Hanukkah, everybody. Yeah, that candle's the miracle of Hanukkah. Dumbest miracle in the history of organized religion. You Christians, man, your miracles are the tits. You guys got great miracles. God, so I left my religion. I switched to a secular college, University of Maryland, and I met all these Christians, and they told me about Jesus, and I was fucking blown away. They were like, he walked on water, and I was like, that's impossible, can't. I've seen water before, so sell it to somebody else. And they're like, yeah, it's a miracle. I'm like, oh. I'm like, he didn't get wet? They're like, I mean, maybe some splashback on the sandal, but I don't think Jesus was waterproof. If he dragged his foot, yeah, probably a little bit of water, but for the most part, pretty dry. I was like, damn, was that his best trick? Like, oh no, it was not his best trick. His best trick by far, he died, and then he was like, nah. And everybody's favorite trick was turn water into wine. That, dude, man of the people, for sure. I heard about that. I was like, what kind of wine was it? And they're like, Ari, you're literally the first person to ever ask that question. What a nitpicky, Jewy thing to worry about. You're getting free wine out of water and you're still complaining? You're like, well, I don't want a dry wine. I don't know. Just see if Jesus can do a Malbec. Just ask him. But then they're like, what about you, Ari? What's the Jews' big miracle for the holidays? I'm like, oh, okay, well, we had this candle, and it lasted hella long. Yeah, our miracles are more like you had to be there miracles. Yeah. People came into the synagogue, and 2 days later, it's like, is that fucking candle for those? One more day, that's a fucking miracle. I swear to God, it's a miracle. One more day. That's a one-day candle. Jesus is just like, rise! And you're like, what the fuck? I believe if Jesus came back now, he would turn sand into Molly. Yeah. And it would be the best Molly. If somebody's like, hey, I have MDMA, like, well, you gotta test it, man. There's fentanyl going around. You can't just do whatever. Where'd you get this from? Like, from Jesus Christ, the Lord and Savior. How good would communion be if he were hitting you with a fucking Molly tab? Like, move. By the end of the sermon, you'd be like, this guy cares about us. Yeah, Hanukkah's not our biggest holiday. And it's not Black Friday, I heard that too. Passover, it is a big holiday, but it's not our biggest one. Passover commemorates when the Jews left Egypt. We were slaves in Egypt. I don't know if you guys knew about that. We recovered. What a fun story that is. Here's the basis of the story. Some woman, she was a slave, and she had a slave son named Moses, and she wanted Moses to be raised like a slave. So she just took a fucking half-court shot. She was like, I don't know, I'm gonna think outside the box here. How about we just chuck it in a river? We'll put it in a little basket. And we'll throw it into the crocodile-infested Nile River. And hope for the best. And man, she swished it. Baby did not get eaten by crocodiles or tip over. It went right to the Pharaoh's daughter. The Pharaoh's daughter, the king's daughter, was like, oh, I love, how chicks are around babies. She's like, I love a baby. Oh, I want a baby. So she raised it like it was her own. She raised this Moses. I don't know how he knew his original name, but same name. And, coincidence, lucky coincidence on that. Eventually, he was 19, 20 years old, went to his grandfather, the Pharaoh, the king, and he was like, hey, motherfucker, I got news for you. I want your grandson. And the Pharaoh was like, yeah, my daughter was never pregnant. We know she didn't ever do that. Plus, you're balding with glasses, so I think you came from Slave Island over there. That's my favorite part of the story. The Jews were slaves in Egypt. Egypt was a superpower, and their labor force, their manual labor force, was the weakest, most complaining people in the world. I mean, there's nobody softer than Jews. I think the pyramid's supposed to be houses, and the Jews are like, it's too hot, just pile it up. What a terrible, terrible choice for a slave. And by the way, Egypt is in Africa. Like, there's better options out there. I'm just saying, who do you want picking up stones for you? Dikembe Mutombo or Gilbert Gottfried? Chose wrong, Egypt. That's why your country's falling apart right now.
Yeah. Definitely Dikembe. Definitely Dikembe.
Would have been a better option. Look. Yeah, man. Ari, yeah.
Jesus. So we're all goys. Is that what we're goys?
Yes, from a specific class would be, yes. From a specific race, I guess so.
To him.
So yeah, at Ari's perspective, you gotta understand, it's his perspective, you know what I mean? And, yeah, so boy, okay. Okay. Didn't know that. And
learned a lot.
Yeah, definitely learned a lot. So you got Hasidic Jews and Orthodox Jews, and what's the other one? I think it started with a P, I think, but I may be wrong. But yeah, man. So I believe what we were talking about earlier, the NBA player going into the NBA, he is an Orthodox Jew. Okay.
So in game, he's gonna wear the thing on his head?
Correct.
It's gonna be impossible. Unless he has like a strap.
He already wears it.
You seen him play with it?
Yeah. Oh, see, I've seen him with it on, but I mean, yeah.
He has to have
it looked like
something.
it was firmly. Oh yeah, it's probably like somehow underneath the chin, you know.
He has to have a strap.
No.
He doesn't have a strap?
No, I don't think I saw a strap.
How the hell does it stay on this? I've always wondered that about the things where I don't even know what they're called.
Yeah, it looks like just a thin, you know.
It's like a little cap. Cap.
I wish you would explain why they wear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay. Yeah, man, learned a
That's
lot.
gonna be interesting. Watch for him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this special. Yeah, he definitely killed that. You know, I kind of thought that, you know, him being Jewish, that definitely that he would be able to shed some light on this situation. You know what I'm saying? And at least, you know what I mean. And I think he did now.
Yeah. I also thought for a second that women had more ribs than men.
Oh, you did? You actually believed it?
When he said it,
Oh,
I was like, oh shit, what happened for real? But then he said that's what he was told. Till he's 41.
Man. Right. And that has to do with a lot of religions, man. Like, they have a lot of stories that are embellished a little bit, you know what I mean? Or it may not be exactly as they were, or how they happened.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that's, especially Adam and Eve. I mean.
Oh, yeah. And he said, front butt. That's what
It's kind of like a front butt. So it's fucking all the animals.
Said I killed a frog earlier. Eyes are bigger than. Man, if only that's how the story was, man.
Well, you never know. Maybe something like it.
Right. Yeah, maybe there were monkeys around back then.
Yeah, that's what they say. Some people say we came from monkeys.
No, I mean, doesn't the evolution, doesn't that go back to monkeys, right? Yeah, but we started off in the water, right? Right.
I don't know. Well, yeah, everything started, I think, in the water.
Right.
But then there's a missing link, isn't there? So, I mean, did we come from monkeys?
I don't think that's for us to answer, man. That question.
I don't think we came from monkeys. Because if we came from monkeys, why are monkeys still around? Or is that a stupid question?
I mean, it's kind of a dumb question because they're different species. But, I don't think.
But we came from them.
Exactly. So just because we came from them,
so
does that
what
mean...
other animal did something come from that's still around?
Wait, what other? So you're considering us as animals?
No, we're humans. But I'm saying we came from apes. But the species we evolved from is still around. Correct. So why is the species we evolved from still around? Like, that'll be like if an alligator evolved from, alligator's been the same all over.
But think about it this way. If a monkey gives birth, think about it this way. If you have two monkeys, right? And they right, you got two monkeys or two fish or whatever, right, or whatever it is, right, and they have sex, right? Wait,
the monkeys having sex with the fish?
No, the monkeys have sex with the other monkey. Now I'm guessing two races, right? Because that's what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking about the descendants down. So, how do things not change? Now I'm thinking that it would happen eventually down the line. So, for example, if you had two fish that were mating. Not that immediate offspring would evolve, maybe not even the next one, but they will evolve in such little bits in time.
Yeah, but let's say they evolved I mean, they have over thousands of years.
Right, and they have.
But the same species, when you evolve, the species doesn't say it evolves, it changes. So why does that species? Why do they exist at the same time?
It doesn't evolve like that. I don't think these evolve. I think it's a pattern. So you won't necessarily know the rate of evolution, if that makes sense. You won't be able to tell the difference until there's actually something that makes.
If I'm saying why does the species? Why I don't know.
Right. That question is that has been. I have not heard a clear, concise answer to that question. You know what I'm saying? Where we come from, whether it be Adam and Eve, or whether it be evolution. I've seen some evidence now.
We came from a meteorite. Right.
So do you believe all this stuff about giants and stuff?
What stuff about giants? What are you hearing about giants?
You heard about that? About them finding skulls and all types of stuff like that? Man, you should look that stuff up, really.
I mean, and so not lately, but yeah, I've heard stories.
That's what I mean. You should look that stuff up and see if that and make your opinion of yourself if it's fact or not. But I've seen a lot of information from a lot of different sources, and to me, it seems like they may have walked on this earth at some point in time. So knowing that, if that's true, again, I could be completely wrong.
Well, if there's giants,
if there were, then that's just a whole another gateway of shit that.
If there's giants, there's a whole bunch of other shit.
Right.
I'm talking about giants.
Yeah.